The engine cranks. It starts. A quick wave of relief washes over you. Then the dash lights up. ABS. Check engine. Traction control. All screaming at once. Your heart sinks. You just put in a new battery. This wasn't supposed to happen. This is the moment you think you broke your car for good. You didn't. This is the biggest trap drivers fall into. And we're about to pull you out. That feeling is real. And if it's happening to you, you are not alone. Go on any car forum, and you'll see the same panic posts over and over again. People saying, I just replaced my battery, and now my dashboard is a Christmas tree. What did I break? Here's the answer. You didn't break anything. This is completely normal. Think about it. Your car is basically a computer on wheels. When you disconnect the old battery, you're pulling the plug on that computer. When you connect the new one, its brain has to reboot, relearn, and check all its sensors again. Those warning lights aren't a sign of a new problem. They're just the car's way of telling you it's running a system check. The good news? The fix is usually incredibly simple, and you can do it yourself in the next 10 minutes. We'll show you how. So let's get right into the technical reason this happens. It's a phenomenon that mechanics sometimes call computer amnesia, and that's the perfect way to describe it. Your car's brain, its main computer, is called the Engine Control Unit, or ECU. It's constantly storing information, not just your radio stations, but critical data about how your engine runs, how the transmission shifts, and how all your safety systems are behaving. When you unplug the old battery, you pull the power cord on that brain. And when its power is cut, its short-term memory is wiped completely clean. So when you connect the new battery and start the car, the computer wakes up totally confused. It doesn't have any of its recent data. It has to relearn everything from scratch. Its first job is to go through a checklist and talk to every sensor in your vehicle. It pings the stability control system and asks, "Are you good?" Before it gets a clear yes, it flashes a warning light on your dash. It does the same for the anti-lock brakes, the steering angle sensor, and the tire pressure monitors. What you're seeing isn't a list of new problems. It's the computer's to-do list. Each light is just the system's way of saying, hold on, I'm running a check. This is the car's normal calibration stage. It has to gather new data to confirm everything is working properly. And the best part? For most of these warnings, the fix is to simply drive. Seriously, in many cars, driving for just a few minutes, maybe 2 to 8 miles, gives the computer all the time it needs to talk to the sensors, get its data back, and confirm everything is okay. As it does, you'll see those lights switch off, one by one. The amnesia is cured, and the car's memory is back to normal. But let's be honest, some warning lights are way scarier than others. We're talking about the big two, the ABS and the traction control warnings. When those pop up, it's easy to think you've seriously broken something. Your anti-lock brakes? Your stability system? That sounds expensive. But again, this is almost always part of the computer's normal wake-up routine. People post online about this constantly. A driver will say, I just installed a new battery and now I have all these warnings. And the answer from everyone else is always the same. It's normal. It's temporary. Think about what those systems do. The ABS and traction control rely on sensors that measure exactly how fast each of your wheels are spinning. When the car's computer loses its memory, it has zero of that information. It has no idea if the wheels are turning, slipping, or stopped. So it throws up a warning light as a precaution. It's the system's way of saying, hey, I'm flying blind here. I can't do my job until I get some new data. And how does it get that data? You guessed it, by driving. The moment you start moving, the wheel speed sensors start sending information back to the freshly reset computer. It starts to learn again. It sees all 4 wheels are turning at the same speed, that you're driving in a straight line, and that nothing is slipping. Once it has enough data to confirm everything is back to normal, it turns the light off. This isn't a sign that something is broken. It's proof that your car's safety features are actively working to get back online. They are recalibrating themselves in real time. For most cars, this process is incredibly fast. You might just need to drive for a couple of minutes, or in some cases, up to about 8 miles. So before you call a mechanic, just take the car for a short, normal drive around the block. That's usually all it takes to make those scary lights disappear. All right, so let's get this fixed. You don't need tools, you don't need a mechanic. All you need is about 5 minutes and a clear road. We call this the relearn drive, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Here is your step-by-step guide. First, Just start the car and drive it normally. That's it. No flooring it. No swerving, no special procedures. Just a simple, calm drive around the block or down the street. As you drive, the wheel sensors are feeding information back to the computer. It's checking its list, confirming that all four wheels are spinning correctly and that the brakes are ready to go. For the vast majority of cars, this is all it takes. After a few minutes, you'll see those warning lights just vanish. But what if they don't? Some cars, particularly newer ones, can be a little more stubborn. They might need a bit more data to feel confident. Don't be surprised if you need to drive for a few miles, sometimes up to 8 miles, before everything clears. Just stay patient. The car is working on it. Now, if you've driven for a bit and a light is still glaring at you, there is one more trick. Think of this as a hard reset. Here's exactly what to do. First, pull over somewhere safe and put the car in park. Second, turn the engine completely off. Third, open the driver's side door and then shut it again. Fourth, just wait. Count to 5. Let the electronics fully cycle down. And finally, start the car again. This simple sequence of turning it off, opening the door, and waiting is often enough to force the computer to recheck all its systems one last time. It's the car's version of have you tried turning it off and on again? And a surprising amount of the time, that's all you need to clear that final, stubborn warning. Before you even think about expensive repairs, try this drive. It's the first, and usually the last, step you'll need to take. We've walked through it all. That moment your dash lights up like a Christmas tree, it's almost never what you think. Your car is fine. You didn't break anything when you changed that battery. Instead, it's a common little hiccup, easily fixed with a quick drive or a simple reset. This isn't just about a quick fix. It's about knowing your car. It's about taking away that panic and replacing it with confidence. You now have the power to solve these common warnings yourself, saving time, money, and a whole lot of stress. Remember that sinking feeling? Thinking you broke your car for good? We pulled you out of that trap. But your car is a complex machine, full of little tricks and surprises. Don't get caught off guard again. To keep learning these truths, to always be ahead of the next car mystery, and to never fall for another roadside trap, hit that subscribe button. Stay with us. We'll keep sharing the real stories and the simple solutions that every driver needs.